Messier, and you're listening to Blueshirt Underground Show, the #1 Rangers podcast. Make sure you tune in and find out all the latest news. Let's go Rangers.
Blueshirt Underground, motherfucker!
Yes, a Ranger fan. Yes, a Ranger fan.
This is an unlawful gathering. This is an unlawful gathering. The truth is out there. The truth is out there.
This is the underground. This is new media. This is the underground. This is new media.
Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar. Ranger fans, report to the critical thinking hangar.
And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers. And now here is the starting lineup for the New York Rangers.
This is New York Rangers hockey. 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 This is New York Rangers hockey.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Blueshirt Underground Show. Today is Thursday. It is October the 13th. And although some of you may not be old enough to remember this, at one point in time, Thursday night football did fall under the Monday night umbrella. And you know what that means?
The Jets up 20-19, fourth quarter. Let's join it in progress. Burt Jones to Lydell Mitchell, 90 yards. Jets lose 35-20. Also, going back, Jim Grogan against the New York Jets.
Steve Grogan. Steve Grogan.
Steve Grogan. Joe Rogan. Did I say
Joe
Rogan? There's a mistake for the ages. And intercepted, as Grogan would do, by Godwin Turk. Godwin Turk going all the way to the one. And then Emerson Boozer drives it in from the one. And the Jets beat the Patriots for the last time. That's the last time they beat the Patriots. It was 1975. I was there. And now I bring it back to the great Jim Spielberg and his 1-0 New York Rangers.
Yes, hockey season has begun. We are here with you. It is good to be back. Eddie's back from his trip. We are glad you guys have joined us. Jam-packed chat room already. They're going crazy. They are on their feet, applauding, yelling, screaming, cursing, waiting for us to launch the free T-shirts.
I'm arming the T-shirt cannon as we speak.
You got to snuggle in with Kotze and Greshner there to get on that T-shirt cannon.
What's going on? Is Paulie D back?
That's the
I don't know. They kind of usually join us in mid-season.
Right. We now join the Paulie D show already in progress.
Okay.
The masses were out on the blue carpet last night. The New York Rangers, Tuesday night. The masses, the millions of people had gathered. Most of them with signs for free sticks and pucks and shirts. I love you. I'm your biggest fan. Give me something for free.
Begging. I see the chat room is in full form with the comedy, I see.
Singing happy birthday to Alexei Lafreniere, who turned 21 and was able to go out, celebrate, and drink legally for the first time in New York City after the Rangers' thrilling, chilling, heart-be-stilling 3-1 victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Eastern Conference champion.
Pretty
Tampa
solid
Bay Lightning.
victory. Pretty solid.
Everything you could ask for in an opening night victory. The crowd was going crazy. Nobody tripped over any loose wires. Horrible broadcast by ESPN.
Yeah, that I didn't hear. I was I had some Yankee fans with me, so we were switching back and forth. So we had muted so we could laugh and talk. So I didn't hear
You're
the.
going to tell me that a Ranger game in October is less important than a Yankee playoff game?
Well, there's Yankee fans. I mean, what can I do? I gotta, I acquiesced. Game 1 isn't really that important. I mean, I DVR'd it to watch the whole thing. But then I didn't really have to DVR it. I saw a lot of it because like 2 innings go by in a baseball game, and that's a period and a half in a hockey.
Right.
In between periods, you can watch a whole lot of hockey. I thought, I mean, from what I saw, maybe you guys, I know you have some beefs with the broadcast. I did notice that, but one of the things that was a bugaboo with you in your post game, which I watched. Okay. Ray Ferraro's back.
Yes, thank God.
So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. For what I could tell, and I love the fact that the Rangers got a lot of shots on goal. This was my concern, dude. Are we going to see the same kind of Katie bar the door play by the Rangers? Rangers came out very focused. They had a task.
Yeah.
They were great mindset. That's right. Let's go Rangers, Nick.
39 shots on goal.
I mean, that's what I want to see.
What's up, Nick? What's up, Max? Hey, Chef. What's up, Connor?
And also, Jim, we gotta realize. I know we all realize it, but the team that took us so far in the playoffs and gave us so much joy is not there now. They're missing 4 or 5 components of that playoff run because of free agency and whatnot. So it was good to see the guys that are new and the guys who have replaced those guys or moved up in the lineup to play as well and as intense as they did. So I was very happy.
Absolutely. I was I liked what I saw from Zach Jones and Braden Schneider getting their first game in together as a pairing. I mean,
I love this move. I love this move all around. Youth.
Right.
And even Hayek.
The boys are marching. Oh, sorry.
And correct me if I'm wrong, on this. But even Hayek, although he's been with the Rangers 5 years and played 8 games, isn't he like 24?
I believe you are correct.
I mean, they have a young defense. And I like that. Instead of getting some washed up cog.
24 years old.
How much?
24. How much?
Just a washed up guy who they think could be physical, like Nemeth last year. And they always get like some veteran. Get him at the deadline. Let these young guys play.
This isn't Jared Tenorti, trying to hang on. Steve Eminger,
these guys. I mean,
these guys, these hangers on, as I think Eddie just called them.
Yeah.
Braden Schneider with a much more permanent looking number 4 on his back Tuesday night. I like that.
You know what I like about that is they're not retiring number 4.
Braden Schneider.
So gave him his permission to wear it for a bottle of Jack Daniels.
What if at the Ron Greshner retirement ceremony, Braden Schneider pulls a Ray Bork and pulls the 4 off, and he's number 44 underneath?
Oh no. So I really like what I saw. You keep Shesterkin like that. With those shot totals, he's going to have another great season.
Now, Megan asked me, my daughter Megan, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that are brand new, she asked me the other night because she's a big Braden Schneider fan. He's in her top 3 on the team.
Oh, is he a good-looking man?
He's good. Well,
is he like the Harry Styles of the Rangers?
He's the Harry Connick.
Harry Styles apparently is big with the women.
Apparently. So she's a big Braden Schneider fan. He's in her top 3. And I told her he changed his number. And she said, why did he change his number? I said, I don't know. I said, 45 feels like a Feels like a training camp number for a guy that you don't know if he's going to make the team. I said, now he's permanent. He needs a permanent number. And I like 4. Just anything but 6. Which Zach Jones is wearing, of course, right?
Yes, which is historically a very bad number.
All you need to know about 6 is that Glenn Sather wore it.
Yes. And then I think Doug Lister, again, was the only good 6.
Right. Doug Lister may be the closest thing to a competent player to wear that number.
But, okay. Patty Duke says that he's very handsome, Braden. He's young, though, ain't he?
Yeah.
Ah, well, what?
They're all young.
I guess true. I guess it's true. I don't know. At my age, I don't know. If I see a girl like 22, I really can't. I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me. But I digress, as they say.
Right.
So Braden Schneider, she's enamored with Braden.
She likes Braden Schneider. He is in her top 3. Oh, we're being spammed.
Hot girls here.
Hot girls. You must have triggered something when you said 22-year-old girls. You must have triggered some bot perked up.
It's a bot found my voice.
I guess so. I don't know.
How about the Tiggle Bitties?
Tickle bitties. Oh my God.
Oh boy. Wow. As soon as I say something, Sex Fine Pro is in the chat room.
Right.
You got
It's nice to know somebody's listening.
Yeah. I think Costa brought that in. That prawn, as he says. All right. So getting back to it, how about Capo Caco on that first line?
I don't want to get too excited, but I thought he played very well.
Involved.
I thought the thing that I liked most about him, to me, is a big deal because it means you're engaged in the game. It means you're making something happen. It means you're moving your feet and skating, and you're working hard out there.
The
goals are going to come for him, especially if he plays on that line. The goals will come.
Our friends at Grubhub. I thought we get like Andy Pettis suggested I say Grubhub. Maybe we'll get some free Grubhub. He had a good preseason.
Rats and frogs here right now.
It's raining?
Pouring. Right outside the windows, right over my shoulder here.
Teeming rain? As they say.
Coming down in buckets.
Oh, Joe. So what didn't you like about the broadcast?
You want to go right to the broadcast?
Well, you saw it. I didn't. I mean, I knew as soon as it was announced who was going to be doing the broadcast that everybody was going to have bad playoff. Everybody hates chicken parm.
It wasn't even that. It was just ESPN never met a sport they couldn't ruin. They have ruined football. They have ruined baseball. And now they've come for, I'm sure they've ruined basketball, although I haven't watched a basketball game from beginning to end in 25 years. And now they've come back for hockey. They've come back to, finish what they started. I don't know. Sean McDonough, he seems to aggravate a lot of people. He doesn't bother me that much. I've heard worse. I'd rather have him than that stinking Islanders guy, Brendan Burke.
Brendan Burke.
Yeah, whatever his name is. I mean, that guy could not have sounded any less enthused. He did the TNT game preseason game that the Rangers were on. And he could not have sounded any less enthused when the Rangers scored. I mean, even people in our group chat or our game thread were commenting that, it's not an Islander broadcast. He has to call it both ways. It wasn't even, they weren't even playing the Islanders in that game. That was against the Bruins. But it's just, and they had they had digital boards.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was funny because me and my friend John were doing some edibles. And then, again, we're watching this without the sound. And all of a sudden, we see flashes along the board. We go, do you see that?
You thought you got laced edibles, huh?
We only got laced edibles. I thought I was on some psycho trip. And then I asked the guy who didn't do it, I said, "You see that?" And he should have joked with me. What? Seen what?
Right.
But yeah, I
don't know whose idea this was. I don't know if it's going to be in every arena. I don't know if it's just an ESPN thing, but I did notice last night. I watched a little bit of the Leafs Canadiens game, which was on Sportsnet, and they did have the digital boards also at the Bell Center in Montreal. So I don't know if this is, but I'll tell you what, you're watching the game and the puck's in the offensive zone, and all of a sudden the boards start changing. And not only do they change, but they're animated. Like an ad came up for Delta, and there's a plane going across the boards. And I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to watch hockey and do this? No other sport operates this way, Eddie. Could you imagine a guy just running on the field while the play is in motion? Zach Jones, or not Zach Jones. What's the Jets? Zach Wilson? Is that the Jets?
Yeah.
Drops back to pass, and a guy's just running across the field with an arrow sign that says Geico Insurance. No other league does business this way.
Well, you want that cap to go up? We need the revenue.
Come on.
I know. I agree with you.
You want to change you want to have digitized boards, change the ads. I think it's a great idea. Do it when the play stops. Don't do it when the play is going on. That is asinine, and that is how you kill your product.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you rather have that than these patches all over the freaking uniforms? If I got to make a choice, I would go with the digital shit.
Yeah, but the problem is we're going to get both.
Yes.
We're going to get both. So it's not going to be a choice of one or the other. You're going to get both.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It isn't going to stop here.
No.
Yeah.
These guys will be changing. These guys will have their name changes on the back of the jersey to ads. Won't be Braden Schneider anymore. It'll be like Schneider Electric.
Yes. Or
in
Braden Pennzoil.
Right.
Braden Pennzoil. That Pennzoil looks good tonight.
Zach Jones will be Zach Jones sausages. So
I agree with you. I listen, Alec. I agree with you. I agree with all you guys about. I'm not. Listen, I'm old school. I like everything the way it was 40 years ago. Unfortunately, it's just they're rolling over us. We got
at one point the boards went out and they were just plain white all the way around. I said to Jen, look, it's 1978.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Now, I also got from your, I don't know if I got this correctly. You never know with me. I feel like people hate the Messier and Chelios and the whole broadcast. They just hate it. They don't like it. What do you think is at the heart of the hate for it?
I don't know what it is with Messier. I just think that I don't know. There's something about him, and I think it's just because he's part of ESPN that I think has bothered me about, like, that just bothers me. And Chris Chelios, he's not. They're just studio stooges, I'm like,
they don't really have opinion. Like they have no strong opinions. And I feel like, Messier was bitching about how cold it was in the studio. I'm like, this is the man who left to his Stanley Cup, and he's worried about.
I don't find him to be brimming with personality. He's a bit monotone. What's up, NY Sports? Sam Miola's here. What's up, Sam? Haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh yeah, that Benjamin Moore, brother of John Moore.
Right.
Yes,
they showed Chelios fighting Gerard Gallant in between periods.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw Gallant whipping him, and then Chelios. Well, Gallant was beating him while he was down, which I kind of liked. And then was he allowing them to interview him during the game? Fuck that shit. Get that whatever. Everybody hates that chick. What's her name? Gabe Kaplan or whatever her name is.
Yes, Gabe Kaplan. That's her.
Yeah. Emily Kaplan or something.
That's Adam. Oh, hey, what's up, Adam? Yeah, I don't. These interviews with the coaches, they're just as dumb in hockey as they are in baseball and football. Coming out of halftime when they interview the coaches, they never say anything. They never give you anything, and you can tell they don't want to do it.
Is there some kind of information that the ratings go up during these? Because when that goes to the sideline reporter, I tune out completely. Right. I don't even care. Rocco said so. Rocco, how you doing, buddy boy?
What's up, Rocco?
Last time I saw Rocco, the Rangers were tanking. That's how long it's been. Amanda Borges, I don't remember. Borg, yeah.
Pre-COVID.
I don't know. I wanted to, on the plus side, there was, and I forgot her name. She did one of the preseason games on, I think it was the one that was on Hulu or Amazon or one of those things. I don't know what it's on. She wasn't bad. Like, she was talking hockey. She was joking around a little bit. She didn't grate on my nerves. And I was saying, wow, I said, this is somebody I could listen to, but just to finish this subject, isn't there a female announcer in football? Because my friends have the package, and not the package, but they have the season pass or whatever they call it,
right? And
there's a female who does play-by-play.
Really?
Yeah. Could somebody confirm that? Maybe it's just Sam. I think it's abroad, but no, it's I think there is a female, and let me tell you, nails on a chalkboard. It's just
not interested.
Not interested. It's like dating her.
No, that's not even what I'm not interested in hearing it. I'm sorry.
I gotta go.
Love you.
Love you.
Have a good night at work. Everybody say bye, Jen.
Bye, Jen.
Bye. You know how I feel about broads and broadcasting.
Broads.
Do you hear what she said? You know how I feel about broads and broadcasting.
Yes. Beth Mowens, that's her name, Mike?
Women play all these sports.
Jim, you got to put a little Beth Mowens up there. Find her on YouTube. I want to see how much she aggravates you, just for my own pleasure. Boy. Yes, and she's terrible. Oh, God. And then we'll move it along. I'm sorry.
Beth Mowens made history behind the microphone as the first woman in 30 years to call an NFL game.
Who's the last one? Phyllis George?
I have no idea. Beth. Oh, wait. Is
a history-making performance?
Hold on. I'm trying to find.
Like an actual call?
Yeah. All I know is when I Google Beth Mowens, one of the first things that comes up is 10 great games that were ruined by an announcer. Hang on.
She ruined Jets Lions in 2018. That's hard to ruin, that matchup.
Beth Mowens has been covering sports for over 20 years. The last Monday, she shattered the glass.
Hold on.
Oh, the glass ceiling. Get the
fuck
out
Here we go.
I'm sorry, ladies. I just want the best people to do the best job, not because, and that goes for everything.
Speaking of first, Beth Mowens has been covering sports for over 20 years. But last Monday, she shattered the glass ceiling in the play-by-play booth, becoming the first female broadcaster to call a nationally televised NFL game. She'll be in the booth again this Sunday, calling the game between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts on CBS. She sat down with my colleague, Rena Ninan.
We're not going to hear it.
Rivers dumps it off to Gordon underneath, launching for the goal line and in. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
It's not just.
Oh, look at the eyes! You gave the Ralph Cramden eyes.
You smashed an incredibly thick.
All right, that's it. We don't need to hear it.
I mean, why do you think it is that it took so long to have someone here full time, a woman calling the play-by-play?
You know, I think it's I've always approached play-by-play as
stealing. You smashed an
in the goal line it is. It's a touchdown, Colts. Goal line it is. Goal line it is. Sorry, I don't. If we lose our female audience, I apologize. I don't want to hear it. It's a man's sport. I want to hear the man's opinion. I want to hear from guys who have played it. I don't want to hear it. The women play every sport. Let women have every job in women broadcasting. Men shouldn't go anywhere near women broadcasting. Just let me have a guy call my football games and my hockey games. Baseball, I don't give a shit about. It's so fucking boring.
She's gonna call the Giants game next week. She's calling the Giants game. No, I don't.
I'll be listening.
That's in the uproar of that.
Carl Banks.
Hey, Chris, how are you? So back to the Rangers tonight.
I don't want it. I don't care. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay, all right. I'm moving on. All right, tonight we get Sam and Joe.
Patty Duke agrees with me.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't like it because we're flipping around the channels. I hear her, and I'm like, no, switch. I start yelling. Al Troutwig, we don't know where he is, Chris.
Witness relocation program.
We don't know. Nobody will tell us. Andy, you must be trolling us with Susan Walden.
I don't know anybody that likes Susan Walden doing baseball games.
Well,
she's annoying. That voice. Oh, fucking. And never mind. Anyway, moving on.
So moving on. Tonight, the New York Rangers will get Sam and Joe. What are they? They're in Minnesota tonight, or what's going on?
Almost, men.
Almost. Doris Burke. I have never heard. We don't watch basketball.
Couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
Wouldn't know her if I hit her with my car.
Yeah. Doris Day, Doris Burke, same thing to us.
Doris Day.
She's dead. Doris Day. Yeah, that's right. It's where you women should be baking. Holy kidding. I can't even say it with a straight face. Okay, so
I don't care. Let them women beat writers, fine, don't care. Women sideline reporters, fine. In between the benches, fine, don't care. Studio hosts, fine. I don't want them calling the games. I just don't. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. I don't care. Nothing's going to change that.
Wow.
If that makes me old-fashioned, misogynistic. So be it.
We're going to get canceled now.
Can't get canceled. Twitter's not a real place.
Twitterati is going to be out.
Twitter's not a real place.
Yeah, it isn't. That's true.
Couple of big games. We got Minnesota tonight, Winnipeg tomorrow night.
Be a tough game tonight. Be a tough game. Minnesota's got some really good players, got some really good young players. Some of the Rangers. I was a little worried with Braden Schneider. I felt like Schneider had kind of tailed off at the end of the playoffs. Now, listen, he was thrown into it. So I was kind of looking for, something. Really didn't see it in the preseason. And he looks good. He's number 4, like you said. What they give him, like 12, 14 minutes of playing time, that third pairing? That's just about right. Since neither plays.
11:47 for Schneider, 13:31 for Jones. He had 23 seconds of power play time and a little bit of shorthanded time. But other than that, I mean, they were pretty even.
Right.
So
people want to know, is Igor in goal tonight? Can we get an answer from that?
I'll let you know.
Okay. Ed Engels on WINS Sports. Can he tell us?
Ed
he used to wake up every morning and listen to that before he went to school.
All news, all the time.
I don't know.
I hadn't heard a decision. I don't know. This coach, he doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah, he's Mr. Mysterious. What do you think about Ryan Carpenter? We were looking to bury him early. He looked like he had a decent game from what I could see. Igor is in. Thank you, Mike.
Ryan Carpenter had 9 minutes of ice time. Whoopee.
Vitaly Kravtsov played 6 seconds and then fell
He's
down.
day to day, which, as I said, that's what our coach says. And like I said in our group, knowing this coach, that means Columbus Day to Mother's Day.
That's right. It's very vague.
So the Dryden Hunt era begins again tonight.
The 9-minute evals are in, as our friend, I'm pretty sure, duck fishing, deep puck fishing and outdoors. I believe that's
Doug.
Yes. Don't worry. Let's not bury Vitaly Kravtsov with a Y so far. Hey, if it turns out that Kako is great on that first line, thank God he got hurt. They got to make that number 2 pick overall stand out. Did you guys glean anything from anybody else on the team? Impressed you? I keep saying Ryan Reeves. Why? That's all. Like when I see him out there, but
only 6 minutes of ice time.
Why?
Why dress him? Just go out there, throw 3 hits, and come off the ice.
Yeah, Crab Shack.
Coach loves him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Costa brings up a good point. He brought it up earlier about Trocheck. The face-offs were incredible.
63%, Mr. Trocheck was. Philip Hedel was 75% on face-offs.
Wow.
Gearing up for the cup run.
Nobody's getting on Sammy Blais that he's hurt already. But my boy, the Russian rifle, Vitaly Kravtsov, under the gun early.
Well, because you know what? I think Blais was kind of glossed over because it was preseason. And, he's expected back any day.
Right. And he hit.
He's not quite as highly regarded as your number 9 pick.
Right. For some reason.
Right.
For some reason.
Right.
Sammy Blais, because he hits, and probably one of the reasons why he's going to be hurt a lot. But we don't know. I'm not going to judge the jury, Sammy Blais. He's part of my solution for that 4th line. Just like if I got Blais and the Rangers are good enough to have Goodrow, and some other piece, I don't care who it is, to have a decent 4th line, I'm all for it. But now who's in for Kravtsov? Dryden Hunt tonight?
Dryden Hunt.
Why? Haven't we seen enough of this guy? I mean, aren't there like 3 guys on this team we've seen enough? Ryan Reeves.
Who else is going to play right now? The problem is they have no cap space. Mm-hmm. They have nothing to work with. I mean, I think Larry Brooks said yesterday that they have like $135,000 of cap space. So they can't make any moves. They can't do much of anything. So this is what they got.
Is what they got, huh?
So
listen.
It is what it is, as Paulie would say.
Wow. A little Faguzzi, I think, having Dryden Hunt in there. I mean, they couldn't find out some other dope to fill in. But I guess our boy Gustav, what was this? Gustav Nyquil. What was the guy we liked?
Gustav Rydal.
I liked him. Did you like him?
I did like him.
I'm glad that he's in the minors, though, because the AHL team needs hit. He'd be a good call-up. Then, could somebody explain to me, and maybe you can, maybe the people at home, because, again, now, didn't we sign Johnny Brodzinski to a 2-year contract in the offseason?
You are correct, sir.
And weren't we like having his brother or scouting his brother or inviting the whole Brodzinski family into the whole?
Yeah, his brother was in camp too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think
Easton Brodzinski, yes. The Easton assassin.
Yes.
He's also with the Wolfpack.
Okay, but then we waived Johnny. Was that because he couldn't be claimed or something? Am I missing something? We sign a guy, then we waive him?
Well, I think he had to pass through. He's got to pass through waivers to go to Hartford.
So nobody wanted to grab the immortal Johnny Brodzinski, I guess. They felt that
and
he
lock him in for a full year.
I guess. I mean, maybe that was the reason they signed him, so he could pass.
I think certain guys have to pass through waivers.
Oh, I thought it was more on merit that they signed him, not as some tactical cap move.
Merit.
I don't know the ins and outs of the games. I want to tell you, I was excited. I hope I see a good effort tonight. We got Shesterkin in net tonight. Yeah, I think it's a good move. Who they playing next?
Winnipeg.
Oh, good. That'll be a good time to get Halak in.
Tomorrow night at 8:00.
Yes. Oh, back to backs. I didn't know that.
Getting right into it.
Yeah. Well,
And then knowing the NHL, they're off for a week and a half.
Yeah, they'll be off for 2 months. We won't see
them. They'll go right into their bye.
There's a free. Where can I find this AHL TV? Who's he? Adam. Where can I find this? Is this on the internet?
It's streaming. Yes.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't be bothered with streaming.
No, I actually have streaming on my TV, on the smart TV.
The Rangers will be back actually Monday night at home. Starts a 4-game homestand against Anaheim. And then the return of David Quinn. There won't be a dry eye in the house. Next Thursday night, the San Jose Sharks come to town.
Dry house. They probably get booed.
There won't be a dry eye in the house.
Well, I wish him well in all his endeavors. See, Ryan Strome got a couple points the other night.
Fantastic. As long as he doesn't get him against us, I don't care.
I'm just joking around.
Wish you nothing but the best.
Then
the Stanley Cup champions will complete that homestand. And then they go back on the road for a couple of games, including a trip to Arizona. And lest we forget, October 29th, they will be in Dallas. We'll talk about the viewing party in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. We'll see Sherlock Holmes. It did look a little bit like Cumberbatch. Quinn. I would like to see Zach Jones. See, sometimes I have unrealistic expectations with these younger guys. Like Zach Jones, I think should be on the power play, but there's no way he's going to play the power play.
Well, not when your first power play unit is out there for 45 seconds.
That's true. That's point number one. Point number two.
Where's the time?
Like,
you know what I mean?
He's never going to come out there for Trouba. Trouba gets paid way too much as the captain. But this guy can run a power play, man. And but you're right. Why would you want one of the best power plays in the league not to be out there for a minute 45? So we'll see. Oh, yes, Georgiev got a win in Colorado after a kind of men's preseason.
I think he gave up 6 goals in one preseason game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he didn't look good. Fishiev. But then he turned in a win.
Adam Fox got the bulk of the power play minutes from the defense. Trouba had 54 seconds of power play time, and then the rest was forwards. Panarin, Trocheck, Kreider, Zibanejad, and Fox was basically the number one power play unit.
But
tell me who Zach Jones replaces?
Wow.
That unit of 5.
Well, I don't want to say who he replaces, because if I do, that means the guy's injured. Because that's what's the good thing about it, is that you have a guy in there if somebody gets hurt.
Right.
That you can slot in there, and that's where he'll get his turn, which is, again, I got no complaint about anything right now after one game.
Right.
Maybe after tonight, maybe not so much.
We'll see.
We know how it goes with us.
Peter, the weather should be pretty nice when you go to the Arizona game. October's not too bad, especially later October.
Yeah.
By November, you've hit the real nice weather. And Pete's going to the Rangers Coyotes game in Tempe at their brand new college arena.
Have they played a game at this arena yet? I want to see what it looks like on TV.
I don't even know.
Come on, you follow that Coyotes hockey.
only enough to make fun of them online. Let me see. Official Arizona Coyotes website. Schedule. It looks like tonight is their home opener. Tonight is their first game of the season.
Their first game.
But they're in Pittsburgh. Saturday, they're in Boston. Oh, they're on the road until
that arena up.
They're on the road until the 28th. They play the first 6 games at home or on the road
because they're adding a row of bleachers.
Right. So,
oh man, that's very interesting. Have the Islanders?
No, it's really not.
No, it's not. But it's
really not.
Kind of a spectacle,
right?
Like an oddity,
right?
Have the Islanders and the $30 million man, Matt Barzal? Is he playing? Is he making more money than Panarin now? What's going on over there? Have they played yet? I need to be. I feel like I was in Cleveland, so I was out of touch with everything.
There's no hockey news in Cleveland.
The Barons do not.
Since the Barons left.
And Rick Hampton and Dennis Baruch and Gilles Malash.
The Islanders will play their first game of the season tonight against the Florida Panthers.
I hope they get waxed.
Come get some.
Oh, God, that fucking lady. Come get some.
Come get some.
Oh, God.
I'd like to hear her call a hockey game or a football game.
I don't know. Maybe we can have her on the show and ask her to do a game with us.
Riff for a second while I grab my water bottle.
All right, let me riff. Let's see. What do I have to say? I mean, Iraq has me worried about Trocheck, but I thought Trocheck was fine in this game. Again, what could you do? The face-offs. So I don't know. Jim, I feel like the Rangers just came right in. We're in the groove, as Madonna would say, and they look.
It was definitely one of the better opening night performances I can remember.
Yeah. They looked on task. Their head was in the game. They didn't look like the first time they've ever seen each other or played with each other, which usually is the norm.
I'm pretty sure they lost opening night last year. Pretty sure they lost their first game under David Quinn when they were still, getting used to each other and all these young guys. I remember the first couple of games, AV coach, they got blown out like 9-0, I think, or something, didn't they?
Thomas Hurdle had like a 5-goal game against San Jose or something.
So, this is not a team that primarily gets off to great starts. So, it was really nice to see them come out and play a solid game all around. Special teams are going to be the strength of the team again. I think that's obvious. We saw the way the penalty kill, I think, had 3 or 4 goals, shorthanded goals in the preseason. And then they come out last night and they get one, Mika Zibanejad. Just one last thought. For all the guff I give Gerard Gallant, still don't know what he does. One thing he did do that he had right was make Chris Kreider and Mika Zibanejad penalty killers. That's one thing that was absolutely, that is his one stroke of brilliance as far as I can see.
Yeah. No, that's certainly a game changer. How about those horseshit calls by Chris Rooney and his clown friend? Keandre Miller, that 2 penalties on 1 play.
2
What
penalties.
a
on 1
nonsense
play.
was that?
Yep.
Welcome back. Just buffoonery.
How about that speech Chris Rooney gave before the face-off?
Oh, that was gay. That was like written by Bettman himself. Oh, that I could have. My stomach was turning.
Apparently, something I read said that ESPN told him to do that.
Fuck ESPN. Now I'm not watching them. Well, it's not like I was watching them before, but
I don't know. I'm sure they have.
Shut up. Shut up. Drop the puck, you asshole, and start with your bad officiating for the year.
I can think of was Mr. Chow. So long, gay boy.
Right, Max? It was awkward. It was extra, as the kids say today.
Oh, I hear that a lot in this.
Yeah?
I hear that a lot.
Dad, you being so extra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he so extra?
He is. He is extra, that guy. So I did not like that. As a traditionalist, that combined with the Star Wars board graphics, not liking it. You might as well bring back Fox tracks. Now that I could hear all year. Joe, how you doing? I would love to hear. Somehow, can't they get the voice of Bill Chadwick? You know, they have those, there's got to be some kind of device now. We can have Chadwick doing the game. We just punch in.
A voice changer.
Yeah, but you just type in what he says and it says it perfect.
Well, they have those things they sell. They usually have them at Christmas or Halloween. It's like a Darth Vader mask, and you talk through it and you sound like Darth Vader. Why can't we make one of those that makes you sound like Chadwick?
What game is he watching?
Doug says, I didn't even notice the boards until Jim started to complain about it. Well, that's what I do.
I did notice it, and I was on hallucinogenics.
Imagine you just put a thing up to your mouth and go.
That would be great. Yeah, Chris John, that's right. It looked like he was reading a hostage statement. Blinking his eyes, get me out of here.
Right.
Well, speaking of bad officiating, you'll be seeing more tonight because there isn't really good officiating in this league during the regular season. Sometimes postseason it can get good if they decide not to call anything. Yeah, that's what we got to do, Joe. We got to get some AI software. We got some software guys in here. They can all about the software, but that's in his pants.
They could do the same thing. Feed it old Sam Rosen clips from 1992 when he could keep up with the game. And then we could have Sam
help them out. Sorry, Sam.
We need to DH Sam like they're doing with Harrison Ford and the new Indiana Jones.
Is that what they're doing?
Well, I know there's a flashback scene in the movie where he's de-aged. I saw it in a half-ass video of a trailer that somebody made at one of the Comic-Con or a Disney thing or something.
Wow.
They showed a trailer, somebody got it on cell phone, and that's how I saw it.
They could do a lot with the technology nowadays.
That they can.
So
Dr. B doesn't want to be so negative about everything. Who's being negative?
Well, what am I going to do? It's the 1-0. All
right.
What's to be negative about? We're negative about the broadcast. We got to talk about all angles.
Right. We cover everything on this show. We'll get to the heat maps later.
Oh, I said Rangers are great. Everything's. I did say all that. I love the fact that they didn't miss a step for the postseason. It looks like so far. It's one game. They lose 6-1 tonight. You won't be talking about the positives.
We'll be back on the air tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
I'll
tell you how trashy they were tonight.
When Jonathan Eck has 6 goals tonight, and you're saying, what? I can't believe this guy. Oh, Zuccarello. Well, anyway.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Hang on a second. Let's watch this video.
Ooh, a video.
I got to find it because a lot of people probably didn't get to see it. I know I didn't get to see it because they didn't show it. And this is just cell phone video, and I haven't even looked at this yet. But
from who?
I don't know. Somebody took video and uploaded it to YouTube. Hang on.
Boy, that passed our quality control. I'm sorry. This is
opening night player introductions. Wrong one.
Opening night presented by our partner Chase. Now introducing the Rangers training and coaching staff. Assistant Equipment Manager Bob Packlin.
Hi, Bob.
Looks like a convict.
Massage therapist Tyler Stratton.
Oh, well, massage me, Connor.
Coach Peter Husko. Associate Athletic Trainer Sean Murdoch. Then Strength and Conditioning Coach Kyle Check. And Equipment Manager Cass Moore.
Rammer. Who the fuck is that?
Sam Kelly, video assistant.
Well, he's got to put on some weight.
Another Italian.
Who's that, Lindy Ruff? Oh, Benoit Ouellet. I like the cop. He runs me like a cop. Well, I really will appreciate being here. Sit down, bitch. Come watch the game here.
The Black Aces.
And number 91, Sammy Blade.
Hurt.
Number 4, Braden Snyder.
Yeah, baby.
Number 6, Zach Joe.
Zach, I love you.
Number 13, Alexi.
Can we stop it here for a second? I'm having problems with Lafreniere's name. Some of these announcers are calling him Lafreniere and Lafreniere. I like Lafreniere better. What are we calling him?
I call him Lafreniere. Is Lafreniere the proper way to say it?
I don't know. I mean, some of these announcers are calling him Lafreniere, but I call him Lafreniere, and I think that's the way I'm going to stick it. What do you people?
Yeah, we'll stick with that until he tells us otherwise when he comes on the show.
Okay. Troche. Jim Troche.
Number 22, Ryan Carpenter.
Please get off this ice. This is what I would be saying after game.
Number 23, Adam.
You're a god. You and Brian Leach. I drink your bathwater. I would have been booing at this point.
You would not.
I wouldn't have booed, but I'd be like, 2 points, 20 games.
You would have been yelling, get it together, Finney.
I'm very crotchety.
Number 26, Jimmy.
Easy peasy, Jimmy V.
I've always liked Jimmy V. I would have been like, big head, you better score. Small head. Oh, this guy, I would have yelled, I want to have your baby.
Number 55.
I would have cheered on.
Let's go with it!
Just a flat. Lindgren?
Yes, sir.
I would have clapped for him. All's forgiven for that playoff. The playoff was... Looks like he's improving, too. Who just got announced now?
Keandre Miller.
Watch out, here comes Putin. Well, he's my favorite Ranger, Parker Goodrow, right now. I hope to wear his shirt at the viewing party.
Mika Zibanejad.
He's turning into a real elite player, Sam.
Gained 3 pounds. Those aren't booze, Joe.
2 years ago they were. All right, baby. Now I'm overly excited. What song are they playing? Love on the Rocks. It ain't no surprise. What are they playing? I didn't know what song are they playing.
That's the U2 song that they play.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
the
end,
song you play.
at the end of the games.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, what? Speaking of the viewing party, I see up here.
Get to it. We are just 16 days away, folks. McHale's Bar and Grill, October 29th. Rangers taking on the Dallas Stars at 2 p.m. Join us there. We're going to have raffles, giveaways, all kinds of stuff. Have a lot of fun. McHale's is a great place, great food. We got our own little spot upstairs. We're going to have a blast. We did 2 games there last year. No COVID rules anymore, no vaccinations, no nothing. You could literally be coughing up green mucus as you walk in the door. We don't care. Well, maybe we do, but Eddie will be there. Will the Swami hat be there? Will the Shotsky be there?
The Swami hat, I'm looking at it right now. The Shotsky and Swami hat will be there. And maybe we'll work on a cutout of some sort.
Ooh, yes, the Cutter.
Where is Cutter?
Cutout was a big hit.
Yeah, Cutter is
That
not
was
here
a
tonight.
big hit. People defiled it.
Oh, yeah, that was.
People gave it the finger. And as promised, and this was not easy, and we have to give a major, major thank you. Eddie doesn't even know this yet. Thank you to Danielle Stewart, because if you are a regular shopper on Fanatics, you will know that they are out of just about every New York Rangers jersey they carry. But Danielle was nice enough. I spoke to her last week. She was at opening night, and she purchased for us. I mean, we paid for it, but she was nice enough to pick us up an Igor Shesterkin authentic jersey right from Madison Square Garden, Eddie.
For $5,000.
We are going to give that bad boy away at our viewing party.
Home or away?
It is a home jersey.
Oh!
It is a home jersey. Yep. She asked home or away. I said, we'll take either, but we prefer home.
Danielle Stewart, I salute you.
She's awesome, right? And there's a picture of it coming off the rack. So, and she sent me a picture of the receipt too, and she'll bring the receipt.
Is Tony Stanziano eligible to wear it, win it again since he won the
You
last
buy a
one?
raffle ticket, you can win the raffle. We don't
right.
discriminate. You
Hey,
come out,
Marty.
you come out to our viewing party and you spend your hard-earned money however you want.
I wanted to ask Marty, did he watch the Giants game when it was over there in England, over in the UK? He's a
He
big
did, and we want to
Giants
say
fan.
hello to Marty. Glad you're here, Marty. Marty has got a little. I don't want to get too far into it. Marty's dealing with some health issues. Marty, we hope you're doing all right. Hang in there, brother. We love you. Let's go Giants. Let's go Rangers.
We love you, brother. All right, so I guess we'll do our predictions at the next show. I mean, we had an over-under. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, other than Rangers, let me just say this. A lot of people coming up to me saying, well, do you think the Rangers may have a problem making the playoffs? I think they could be not as good as last year, but I think they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, they're going to win 50 games. I don't know. But Igor Shesterkin gives you a chance every game. That's all I could say. Whether they go
52 games last year, you think they win less than that this year?
It could be.
That was tying their team record, right? 52 wins.
I mean, yeah, it could be. I mean, you don't know. I mean, how am I going to predict this? Injuries play a big part. Can the Rangers go as far in the playoffs? That's going to be a different situation because last year we got some playoff help through free agency and whatever the trades at the deadline, and that gave us another start, a reboost, if you will. Will that happen this year? We don't know. So I can't. But I think the Rangers will be a successful hockey team. Do I think they're a cup contender? No.
Maybe.
How many years have you gone?
You certainly can't. Well, one thing you can't count on this year that they had last year is playing the second and third string goaltenders on the other team in the first two rounds.
Right.
Let's face it. Let's be honest. That didn't hurt them at all. You know, I'm not apologizing for it, but it doesn't hurt.
You get.
I mean, you're going to tell me going into the Pittsburgh series, who would you rather face, Tristan Jarry or Louis Domingue? I'm probably going Louis Domingue.
Yes.
Especially after I saw him in preseason.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
if you ask me, who do you want to face against Carolina? Who is it? Who's their main guy? Freddie Anderson, right?
Yeah.
Freddie Anderson or Needle Dick or whatever the hell that third string goaltender's name is. I'll probably take my chances with Needle Dick.
Yes. You know, we're
Lanti
just
Ranta.
Yes, we're just gonna have to see. I'm not a big in predictions. I think Rangers have a good team. You know, history tells us this team doesn't win Stanley Cups, so I can't say you're a contender. The Ranger pessimist in me, although I've seen on several people, bloggers, vloggers, whatever, have the Rangers up there. I can't go there. That's just me. But
you're not ready to call them a cup contender.
I got it. If they play games like they played last 2 days ago, yeah, I think they could be. But I got to see those shots on goal. Got to come down. They got the personnel to do it. They do. They have the personnel. So I guess I am calling them. It's just if it's all got to come together again. So we'll see.
I'll say this. I think their regular season success will be very similar to last year's. I think their playoff success is going to depend on their special teams and their fourth line.
Okay. Sounds good.
I think if their fourth line plays as poorly as they did, especially against Tampa, they'll get bounced again. Second or third round.
They got to have that secondary scoring from the young kids in the playoffs because the deeper you go, they've got to get goals from people because they were just anemic after getting up 2-0 against Tampa last year. But we'll see. Game 2. So I don't think Kreider's going to get 52 goals again. That's going to be tough. But who knows?
Well, since you're talking about it, you want to go to the over? You want to do the over-unders as long as we're here?
Let's run through it quick.
First one on the list, Chris Kreider. Now I think it's unreasonable to. Usually we try and set these benchmarks when we do this every year. We typically base it on the previous year's output, but I think that is unreasonable in his case, being that it was 23 more than his previous career high. So I set his bar at 40 goals.
I think he'll continue to be a force on the power play. He's around the 40 goal mark.
Over or under?
I'll say 40, right on the dot.
Right on the dot. I'm going over, but not by much.
Okay.
I will say over, and Eddie equal. By the way, I always write these down, and we never revisit this, but I write it down.
Let somebody be in charge of making sure we revisit this.
I should make like an official chart and post it in the group, and then we'll save it. And then we'll have it for saved.
Chef's got over. Andy Pettit's got it under.
Let's see. Dr. B says 37.
I thought we were going to be all positive. He went under. Okay.
Dr. B says I can't be negative. It's too much went right the other night. And then the first prediction right off the bat.
Took 25 goals away from Chris Kreider.
Chris Kreider will be lucky to hit 15 goals this year.
Okay.
All right. Next is a big one. This is a reach for as far as an over-under number.
Okay.
Capo Caco, 20 goals.
It's not happening, hot stuff.
Eddie's under. I'm going right at 20. I'm saying he's going to hit 20 goals.
Oh.
If they leave him alone and let him play with Zibanejad and Kreider.
No, that's Kraft.
Leave him alone. He's going to have a great season.
That's Kraft's spot. All right, go ahead.
No, you're not going to see Kraft's for 3 months.
Are you kidding me? I go to $15,000 in hockey cards invested in that guy.
Alexei Lafreniere, 25 goals, over or under?
I got to say yes. I love that kid.
You're giving him the over?
Giving him the over. I love him.
All right. Now, I based that number. Well, I think he had 19 last year, didn't he? Or 18?
You look at him under. Get him Mopey 18 for the year. I know they're talking about Kako there.
I'm going over on Lafreniere.
All right. I like the positivity.
Seeing mostly
under. Tell me the guy's name before you do it. Kraft's
What's that?
A whiner. Get out of here.
Oh.
You're baiting me. Laffy 20.
Lots of overs for Laffy. Everybody's high on Laffy. All right. Well, that's good.
All right.
I like the positivity. Dr. B says over, way over.
Whoa! Now he's back to. I think he's a little
way over. It's like 40 goals.
Okay. All right. So now we
got. See, you want negativity? There you go, right there.
Dan, I like Dan Murphy. 2 goals.
2 goals.
All right.
He scored 2 goals the other night.
Kako?
One game. Yeah.
Yeah, that was preseason.
Well, hey, it all counts.
Does?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
Not
all
really.
Right.
All right. Next.
Next.
Filipino.
Oh, God. If you
20 goals. Over or under?
16 goals he's getting.
16 goals.
How could all of these guys get 20 goals? Kreider's going to get 40. I mean, really?
I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just asking the question. That's all.
I'm saying if everybody goes over with these guys. Well, we're talking about Hedel, not Zibanejad.
Right.
I know he's going to get at least 2.
Yeah, Mika Zibanejad, over or under 2 goals?
I'm going to go with the over.
All right, so Philip.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to. What's his high? Like 16 or 17?
Hang on, I had his stats here a second ago. 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going under 2, but I don't think it's going to be a
He might
bad
pick up some more assists.
right. I do think we are going to see a much improved Filipino this year.
If he's not hurt.
But I don't think he's I don't think he's the goal scorer that we saw in the playoffs either.
No. But as long as he is, I don't care.
My voice is giving out. Excuse me. Vinny Trocheck.
Interesting.
21 goals, over or under. He had 21 goals last year, I believe. Yes, 21 goals for Carolina.
I want to say just a tad over. You're getting that power play time with those guys is going to boost his stats, I think. Panarin, too, is a gigantic setup guy.
I'm going under on Trocheck.
Ah.
All right. Mika Zibanejad, he had how many points last year? I forgot to write him in here. I wanted to opposed to his goal total. Mika Zibanejad had 81 points last year. Is he going over or under that?
I'm sorry. I'm just a lot of people not so enamored with Trocheck. A lot of people saying under. Okay, now who are we talking about now?
Mika Zibanejad, 81 points, over or under?
I think he takes that jump. I think he's going to be a 100-point guy.
Wow.
Just he looks dominant. I mean, again, it's one game. I don't want to, shoot the proverbial load on the guy, but he's just so good on both ends of the ice.
I agree. I'm going over. I don't know if he's getting to 100 points.
He plays every.
Just not a lot of guys do it like back
All
in
right,
the day.
okay, I'll lower it to.
No. I want you to stick with it because if it happens, I want you to be the guy that called it.
Wow, now I'm getting brought back to reality. I think I'll say 90 points.
I'm writing down your road. I'm
right,
writing down 100 points. I'm writing it down. Don't you want to be right if he hits 100?
Yeah, I do. I want to.
Don't you want to say, I told you? I mean, in April, do you really want to say, I told you he'd hit 90 points? Everybody's like,
I think the guy's a star. I mean,
but if we come back in April and you say, I told you he'd be 20 points better than last year.
What happens if he's got 40 points?
Our ratings will go through the roof.
Okay, all right.
We'll have over 42 people in the chat room.
All right, okay. I'm with you. I'll accept the challenge.
Keandre Miller, who everyone universally expecting very big things
I think
from him.
You got to temper expectations for the defenseman. Of course, I'm one of the biggest proponents of this guy, but am I looking at him start taking out everybody and hitting and become a force, this and that? I still think he's got a ways to go to become a dominant defenseman. Playing with the right guy.
He had 20 points last year. Does he get 40 points this year?
Well, who do they play on the second unit? Do they play him with Trouba on the second unit?
Second power play unit?
Yeah. It gets 15 seconds.
Honestly, I don't remember who played.
I'll say yes.
He had 8 seconds of power play time in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, he should get more goals. He throws pucks to the net. I like that. That's what Jones does, too. He just throws it towards the net. Not necessarily a shot, but I'm not looking for the scoring to come from him yet. Go ahead.
Adam Fox had 74 points last year. I'm leaving it right there. 75 points, over or under.
How many games did he play last year?
I believe it was 70. I want to say 78. But hang on, I'm going to look it up. I think he missed 4 games.
Okay.
Schmiedeberg, you're good. 78 games.
I'm going to say more. Give me more, please.
I'm going...
Same?
I'm going, yeah, right. I think he's going to be right around 75 points again, which there's no shame. There's no shame in that. All right. I got 2 more for you, or 3 more, actually. Igor had 36 wins last year. Will he be over that this year or under that?
Over. I'll say over.
Over. All right. I'm going over as well. And Ryan Reeves, 40 games played, over or under?
I'll definitely over because he's a FUD boy. He will play with, he'll be effective in 1. How about will he fight anybody? Will he fight Tom Wilson this year?
Over under on fights 2.
Will he fight one of the Islander guys this year?
He won't fight.
What?
He's not going to fight.
What the fuck is he here for? He's terrible.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So you're over on that. I'm under on 40 games.
I want him to be under.
Last one.
Okay.
And this one we briefly touched on. Rangers 105 points. Over or under?
Under. Teams will be ready to play against them. They won't take them seriously. But then again, I don't know, man. Don't ask me this. I'm going to be too conflicted to answer.
They had 110 points last year.
I just think Shesterkin is a god, so it could happen. Either way, I can't be nailed down on this one.
All right. I'm going over 105 points. Eddie and A.
I'm not available for that.
Not applicable.
Not applicable.
Abstained. 1 abstention.
All right, I'll say under. Put me on the record as under.
Going under. All right. A lot of people saying under 105 points.
And people saying the division got tougher. I don't know. I have to watch.
Well, if they're under, I'll tell you this much. Based on last year's standings, if they're under 105 points, they're 7th or 8th in the conference.
Well, we'll see.
It's not acceptable.
Not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
NA, not acceptable. All right, boys and girls. I want to catch this game. When's the game start?
8 o'clock.
Oh, well, we got time then. What was it rushing? I was rushing.
Do the Rangers win their division?
I don't care about that shit.
You don't care about winning the division?
No, I care about going far in the playoffs. I always say, I want to get to the show. Last year was a dream year for me. Happiness. They didn't win the cup, which sucked, but I was proud to be a Ranger fan.
I don't care about necessarily winning the division. I do care about having at least a round or 2 on home ice.
All right.
How's that?
Okay.
Which obviously doesn't happen if you're the 7th or 8th seed. So how's that?
All right. You're talking sense.
Now, obviously, it didn't matter in the second round. They went and did what we thought was impossible. They won Game 7 in Carolina. I'd still rather have that game at Madison Square Garden.
That's true.
But that's just me.
Well, you're a good man.
I do what I can.
All right. I've got a mambo. Why is this game start at 8? Because it's in Minnesota?
It's in Minnesota.
Stupid late starts. Was it some baseball game going on or something now?
Oh, well, they're an hour behind.
But I mean, right now, is it like the football game's on right tonight and the baseball game, right? Is it baseball?
I don't know. Baseball season's over.
I know. I know. That's why I asked you. I thought maybe.
I have no idea. The Astros beat the Mariners today, 4-2. It looks like. Yankees, I know, were rained out today.
Oh.
Everything else is tomorrow.
And the Braves, Phillies, what's that at?
Series is tied 1-1. They will play tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. Well, that's the last time we talk baseball this year.
Right. We'll talk to you in April about baseball.
I could go off on baseball, but I don't have the energy. I mean, Jim, when did this sport become like the worst sport ever invented? I mean, because I'm not an avid watcher, but when I see a pitcher out there with a card on and he's got comms in his fucking hat.
Yeah.
What happened?
All pitches. Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
And they don't seem to work that well because there's constant problems and delays.
Wow.
And the Padres they definitely came in with a game plan to slow the Mets pitchers down. But I mean, come on, game 2 was 4.5 fucking hours long.
Oh, it was a joke.
That's awful.
45 minutes between Diaz appearances, between an inning.
Right.
Anyway, Phenomenal.
Mets got what they deserved.
Oh, they were pitiful. Bad job, Mike. They were duds.
Terrible, Mikey.
They were duds. They deserved what they got. No hitting, no nothing. It was terrible. All right, boys and girls, let's go Rangers. Let's fucking get at it. Let's get to it. Let's kill them. Kill those Mike Baldy, or whatever, Matt Baldy, and those other guys. They got a guy Rossi that's supposed to be very good, young guy. Igor's a net. It's a win. They'll win.
All right, 2 big games. Should we come back Tuesday night? We'll have 3 games by then to talk about.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not doing anything on Tuesdays.
All right, we'll see you guys Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, right here on the YouTubes. We love you. Don't forget, the viewing party is 2 weeks from Saturday. If you're on Facebook, please RSVP to the event so we can give McHale's an idea how many people are coming. Come on out, win that Igor jersey. We love you guys. Eddie, always a pleasure. Welcome back to hockey, my friend.
I know. Let's go, Rangers.
Let's go, Rangers. All right, we love you. Good night, everybody.